Make today iconic. What is up, guys? It's Upcome Sports back with the Washington Wizards super realistic rebuild, the finale of this series. Here are the objectives for the Wizards. Ultimately, we want to get to the NBA Finals. This is part 3 of this series. If you guys have not seen the other parts, make sure to click the link in the description, or there'll be like a card that pops up on the screen. But we are in the draft lottery and we don't have a first round pick. The Pacers have it. With our second round pick, second to last of the draft, we are going to take a point guard out of Memphis. He's 6'4", 215, and he is 24 years old, so he's a bit more experienced. So here is the roster, fresh off of the number 1 seed in the East, and also an MVP from Ja Morant. So it's basically the same team. We did bring back Percy Frazier on a pretty big deal, but he's one of our best defenders, can also score the ball. So he's definitely a key piece of this team. There you guys see it. And we are going to start Obina at the 4. And Rodich will come off the bench. I think that's a bit nicer. He has a higher overall than him. But we're going to send our second round pick to the G League. And system proficiency, same under Pau Gasol. So here at the All-Star break, we actually have 2 All-Stars this time. Ja Morant obviously on the All-Star team, but Carl Teague, his backcourt partner, is also going to make the All-Star team. So here at the trade deadline, no big injuries so far. We are 41-13, again the number 1 seed. So hopefully we have no big injuries and we can keep it up and get the number 1 seed back to back. But Ja Morant is looking really nice again. He might win another MVP. So here, one of our pretty big injuries of this video. Otto Porter is going to be out for the season. He's a pretty big part of this team with his defense and also his scoring. A 3-and-D guy, prototypical 3-and-D guy. So that might be a big hit to our team, but we'll continue on. And again, Ja Morant is going to win the MVP. Second time in a row, back-to-back MVPs. Hasn't been done since Stephen Curry. So he's looking really nice, averaging 24 points and 12 assists on very good shooting again, improving his efficiency every year. And Pau Gasol wins Coach of the Year. There you guys have it. And Frazier again is going to be on the All-NBA third team, averaging around the same numbers, but his steals did go up. And on the defensive teams, I'm surprised Percy Frazier did not make a defensive team, but that's fine. We were the number 1 seed again, so it makes sense that Ja Morant would win the MVP. But hopefully this time we can actually get to the conference finals. And we are playing the Cleveland Cavaliers in the first round, so Colin Sexton against Ja Morant will be a good matchup. Carl Teague improving his numbers once again, 7 assists a game from him. Very nice. We've got 2 really good passers in the backcourt. And Obina and Yanwu with some really good numbers as well. So here is the rotation for this playoffs without Otto Porter. A little bit more minutes to the MVP and also to the starters, but there you guys have it. Harrison Barnes will take Otto Porter's place. So here is the Cavs roster. Colin Sexton is a 90 overall, averaging some pretty good numbers, 20 points per game and 5 assists. Kevin Love on the decline. He's obviously not in his prime, but other than that, they don't have too many pieces. I don't expect too much competition from this Cavs team. Maybe a sweep at most in 5 games, but we actually lose game 1. So we tied up 1-1. It's going to be a series now. 2-1 us. Can we go up 3-1? We do go up 3-1. Can we close it out in 5? And it looks like the Cavs are actually going to make this a really competitive series. But we do win in 6 games, so nothing too big. Colin Sexton with 24-7. Kevin Love only 12 points. Yeah, this team is basically just Colin Sexton at this point and a little bit of Kevin Love. But Ja Morant in a closeout game, 30 points and 7 assists. Teague with 21 and 10 assists as well. Miles Turner, 10 and 9. In the second round, we're playing the very tough Sixers team. Ben Simmons is a 95. RJ Barrett now is the second best player on this team. And B, the third best player and arguably one of the best centers in the league. Actually, not arguably, he is one of the best centers in the league. So let's see if we can finally get to the conference finals against this tough Sixers team. We do lose game 1 again, and we lose game 2, so we're down 2-0. We need this game right here. We're down 3-0 at this point. Are we going to get swept? And we end up getting swept as the number 1 seed with a 2-time MVP. And B drops 31. RJ Barrett with 17, 4 and 8. But Frazier with 20 and 11. John Morant, a little bit of a drop off from his numbers in the regular season. So I would say he kind of choked. So the Hawks and the Warriors are going to go at it in the finals. I believe the Warriors still have everyone on their team. KD, Curry, all of them. But the Hawks are actually going to win it. Trae Young, Finals MVP. So here in the draft lottery, we obviously don't have a lottery pick. And we are going to pick at 29. So we are going to take a big man here. A center, Lamont Pearson out of Kentucky. 6'11", 208. But I don't really like how Miles Turner played last season. He had a bit of a drop-off from his first season. So here is the roster. Not too many changes. John Morant is a 91. Teague is also a 90. Obina is close to a 90. But we've got a lot of good pieces on this team. Otto Porter is now back. Hopefully he can stay healthy. He's a big part of this team defensively. And here is the rotation. The same as last season. Miles Turner, hopefully he can pick it up. He had a pretty okay season last season compared to his first season that we traded for him. So Lamar Pearson will be in the G League, and Pau Gasol will still run 7 seconds. And here at the All-Star break, we actually have 3 All-Stars on our roster. Obina and Yunwa is going to be an All-Star along with Carl Teague and also John Morant. So that's pretty exciting right there. So here at the trade deadline, you guys can see we went on a 10-0 run, and we are currently the number 1 seed at 40-14. I think 1 game worse than we were last season at the trade deadline, but still really great. So John Morant is going to win his 3rd MVP back-to-back. This most likely wouldn't happen in real life because the voters don't really like back-to-back MVPs. Only Curry has done it in recent memory. But yeah, I don't think that would happen, but he's definitely playing up to MVP caliber standards. But he's kind of reminds me of James Harden, always in that MVP conversation, but he will win his 3rd and 3rd number 1 seed in a row as well. We are dominant in the East. We just can't do anything in the playoffs. I don't know why. Maybe we're just not destined to win in the playoffs. We're just a regular season team maybe. Who knows? This is a big season. It might be the final season that we do. But there you guys see the stats. Teague definitely picking it up. And Obina with some monster numbers, averaging a double-double. So here is the rotation. We have no major injuries. Otto Porter is back for these playoffs. And it looks like Frazier is on fire. So we should be good to go. Maybe Otto Porter is the thing that we need. So we are playing the Magic in the first round, and Mo Bamba is their best player at a 90 overall. Having a pretty good season. Scotty Barnes, nothing too exciting. Josh Hart, they also have, who's an 87. But nothing really that stands out here, so we should win this series. So here in the first round, hopefully we can get out with a sweep here. But we will see. Game 1, we do win. I would expect that. Game 2, we don't win. The Magic take that one. 1-1 now. Can we rattle off 3 straight? 2-1. And it looks like Carl Teague is injured. So Carl Teague is going to be out for a little while. But Fleming is no slouch. He can definitely step in there and play the 2. So we should not drop off too bad. 3-1 now. Can we close it out in 5 games and play the Hawks in the next round? And the Magic win another game. We do win in 6 games though. Aaron Gordon with 18. But nothing too special. As I said, they don't have a go-to guy. So John Morant with 36 points and 10 assists, 3 steals, 17 and 13 for Frazier. Like his numbers, 9 and 12 for Obina. So we are going to play Trae Young and the Hawks in the next round. Trae Young, obviously a great shooter. Nasir Little, they also have a very good defender. Jesse Stevenson, another great shooter. They've got a lot of wings on this team, so I don't think their big men are really going to do anything against us. So Carl Teague is back right before the start of this series, so he'll be inserted right back into the starting lineup, and we should be good to go. Big series right here. We got to prove that we can get to the conference finals. We do win game 1. We win game 2. Can we go up 3-0? 2-1 now. Big game here, and the Hawks tie it up. So this one is a huge game. Game 5 in Washington. Can we take a huge lead here? Looks like we do have a big lead in the 4th, and we are going to win by 30 points. John Morant with 24 and 17. Frazier has 23 as well, so a big game from those two. And it looks like Teague kind of struggled, but Trae Young with 22 and 6. 22 for Perkinson. Nothing too big there. Can we close this series out, or will there be a Game 7? There will be a Game 7. I'm not sure why we're struggling so much when we've been so dominant in the East. But it is a close game coming down to the wire in the 4th. But we do get a big lead there. Teague comes back and has a huge game. Morant also getting a double-double. So Trae Young with 23 and 4 rebounds, 1 assist. John Collins was injured for most of this series, so in the conference finals, we're playing the Charlotte Hornets, whose best player is Bam Adebayo. Not sure how good that will turn out. Keon Edwards, I'm not sure who that is. Kemba Walker is an 86. Not the best player on this team anymore, but huge series right here. We got over the hump and got to the conference finals. Can we win? Game 1, we do win. John Morant drops 31 and 11 with 4 steals. 24 and 4 for Teague. Obina with 11, 14, and also getting the assist. Frazier, 10, 3, and 7. 4 steals and 4 blocks. He's a beast on defense. Keon Edwards with a 20-point game. Kemba did not shoot well at all, but we will leave that rotation the same. And we do go up 2-0. John Morant with another big game. Frazier has really been the X factor in these playoffs, having a really nice playoffs. But as I said, this team just doesn't have a go-to guy. It would have been Kemba in his prime, but obviously not anymore. And game 3, we are going to go up 3-0, so we might be sweeping this series. This one was a really close game. We won by a point. Kemba Walker steps up with 22 himself. Obina with 22, 7, and also 8 assists. But Teague also stepping up in this one with a nice shooting night. Can we sweep this series? We do sweep it in a statement series. And Keon Edwards did not shoot well at all. No one having a breakout game for the Hornets, but John Morant, a solid game. Nothing too special here, so we will be moving on. And we will be playing the Timberwolves in the finals. We have Karl Anthony Towns, probably the best center in the game. They also got a really good center as a backup. But Quentin Grimes also on this team. We were a Game 7 away from playing John Wall in the finals, which would have been really cool. But so here in this finals, can we win a title, or are we going to fall short? We're going to simcast all of these games, so it looks like we are ahead in the 4th, and we are going to win 123 to 105. 37 and 7 for John Morant, 25 and 8 for Teague. Our backcourt stepping up in the finals. And Towns with a 19-point game. Did not shoot well at all. He took 18 shots. So they don't really have another guy. Quentin Grimes, I don't really see as that second option. So this should be an easier series than most. But Towns is still a beast. And they are going to win by 5 points in game 2. And we did not shoot well at all. No one had a good shooting night at all. John Morant not even cracked 10 points. But Alton Flowers stepping up for them. Towns didn't even have a good game in this one. He had 10 points, but they still won the game. So game 3, who is going to take a lead in this series? And it looks like the Timberwolves are going to take a lead here unless we can come back. And we can't. We lose by 11 points. Fleming off the bench led us in scoring. And again, a really bad shooting night. John Morant, 9 points. We cannot have that from John Morant. The 3-time MVP cannot post 10, not even 10 points in back-to-back games. So he needs to have a bounce-back game in this one. And we need to tie the series up. But it looks like we are going to. We blow them out. Ja Morant with a bounce-back game, 40 points and 15 assists. That's what we like to see. Hopefully now he can keep it up. But Towns had a really good game as well, 25 and 10. They just have a really balanced team. This one right here is a big game. Yeah, I believe it is in Washington. But looks like the T-Wolves again take a big lead in the fourth. And we're not able to come back. Teague with 21 did not shoot great. Morant only 13 points. How can you drop 40 and then come back and drop 13? Ja Morant not playing like an MVP at all in these finals. But we'll see if we can force a game 7. If not, we'll try to hop in. But we do have a lead going into the fourth. And it does look like a close game. So we are down 4 points here with about 5 minutes left in the game. Trying to force a game 7 in these finals. But it's not looking too good. No way. And he makes a tough contested shot right there. I'm not sure who that was. But at this point we are down by a lot. But pick and roll action. Nice feed inside from Morant. We're down 7 at this point now. Teague going inside, nice take, and a good move to the basket. Down 5 now with 3 minutes left. We're not able to cut into the lead too much, but we're going to find Obina inside for the dunk. 3-point game now. We need a stop here. Morant almost gave up a layup there, but shot clock running down. Gonna have to chuck up a shot, and we get the rebound. Otto Porter at the line. We need both of these free throws. And to make it a 1-point game, he gets that one. 1-point game now. Can we manage a stop and take the lead in this game? That would be huge here. They get it inside. Play some D. They get it back out to Flowers. They're going to run a pick and roll here. Good defense right there. Towns is wide open in the corner. Don't know why. So Miles Turner with some free throws, makes both of them. 2-point game now. So we'll see what the Timberwolves do here. Probably they're going to go to Towns in the post. And they do. Miles Turner plays some defense here. And they get it inside. Morant play D. And a nice block by Morant. We have a chance to tie the game up or take the lead here. We're going to get it to Teague, one of our better scorers. Get him an open shot maybe. Good screen right there. Open shot, mid-range is cash. Tie game now. They're going to get it inside to Towns with the drive and the easy bucket. Miles Turner is getting destroyed inside in these last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. But we're going to run a pick and roll. Morant to the basket. And he gets fouled. Towns has 4 fouls, so if we can foul him out, that would be huge in this game. But first free throw is good. Second one also good. Towns again in the post with a tie game. Miles Turner, can you play some defense? Hook shot. No. Again, we're going to try to attack the basket and foul out Towns. Another foul there from Towns. His 5th, so one more and he's out. But there's only 23 seconds in the game. Good free throw there to tie the game up. Morant is good. The T-Wolves looks like they're holding on for the last second shot. But we are going to double team Towns if they get it into the post. And right there, we're going to try to bother him. 2 people, 3 people in the paint. He still gets the shot off and he gets it to go with 0.2 left. There's probably not enough time to get a shot off. We're going to throw it up and no good. The Timberwolves take it. So checking out the stats, Towns was unbelievable in the fourth quarter. He had 27, 9, and 2 in that game. He had 11 and 4 in that fourth quarter alone. But yeah, they had an all-around game. Towns was not even really going off like that in this series. Morant with a nice game, 29 and 11. But Miles Turner really had a downfall in these past 2 seasons. So Karl Anthony Towns is the finals MVP, averaging 20 points only, but it was enough to win the finals. So we did manage to get to the finals, and we did get 3 number 1 seeds in a row. I would say that's a success for this rebuild. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe for some more videos, and make sure to comment what team we should do next.